Feels like love, Cupid made a shot straight into my heart. Now I'm falling.
Hi guys, how are you today? This is Denise, and I am going to show you what I have made for the BBzKraftZ Facebook Patreon group swap. That is a one-on-one swap. It's the group that's doing it, and it is the mini explosion box. It is a design that she came up with for us, and I am using Rosa Kelly's Coffee Time digital collection, I believe. And I don't know if you saw a previous video or posting that I did that I mentioned that when I first cut the digital collection out, excuse me, that I had it set wrong, and so it printed out larger, and so I have used one page to make the box top. And then I have also used Craft Consortium by the Riverbank, or Riverbank. It's one of those, it's Craft Consortium paper that I have also used to make this project. So let me pause here for a moment, and well, let's see, let me do a reveal first, because it is an explosion box. Move the coffee, since it is a coffee theme swap. And I did do a cute little reveal. It is on my Instagram, Denise Abati Smith, all one word for my crafty Instagram. And I will post my other one because it's kind of odd. I do have one that if I sell anything, I will post it on there. And so we will open this up. Here's the belly band. See, Coffee Time is the name of the collection. I just thought it was a really cool idea to do that. And I have used some of the pages because it was a larger printing. I was able to get some really cool cut aparts out of it. And then I made stickers with my Xyron sticker maker. This is the disposable one, and it comes preloaded with 20 feet of tape. It is not a sponsored ad, just telling you how cool and what it's really, you know, what I'm using it for. And so I used the design and printed out on just basic, the printer paper, the basic paper that you get. It's really thin, and I cut apart some of the images and put it all together and ran it through my sticker maker and applied it. There's the Craft Consortium paper, and here's this side with some of Rosa's digitals and fussy cut images. And with the swans and the color of the paper, it reminded me of coffee. And I live in an area that's very rural and scenic. It's high desert, Susanville, California. And so we have some, we see geese flying over us, and they are heading to the lake, or they're heading back in the evenings, and you can hear them. And we have deer that hang out in our yard at certain times of the year. We have quail that are very chatty and hang out, and we see a lot. So it reminded me of, having coffee and looking out my window, but instead it's, swan, not geese, but you get the gist of it. Excuse me again, allergy season, and I am having a rough time. Hold on one moment, I'm going to pause it here. Okay, and let's do the reveal. Oh, and the curly Q paper idea came from Posh Paper Lady. Okay, and ta-da! Oh my gosh, I had so much fun making this, and it took me quite a while because I kept finding ideas or thinking of some ideas to add to it, and I I opened up my phone app for Amazon and grabbed the KS Crafts 4-ounce coffee cup die, and made the box, and there's the Craft Consortium paper, and there's Rosa's Kelly's digital paper for the cup and the lid, and fussy cut and had some fun there. And you open that up, and I have a bit of tea in there and some little fun foodie cabochons. I have made some wax seals and put them in here, and used some coffee theme washi and closed it all up. I bought a whole roll of the glassine paper, and I just make little envelopes or pockets or whatever I need when I need them, when I feel like that I want to use it. And so here's this one. I used dragonfly and my swan stamps and some different colors. I like to mix colors. Have a hard time going with just one color, but anyway, so I made her some wax seals. This is for Jennifer Lantz. See, there's the swan. And then I even had some fun, and with the leftover wax that gets left, I even made some little dots. And don't they look like cute little enamel dots? And they actually stick on. I did use one for the center of this flower, and they glue on really, really good. So, and here we go. And I'll use 2 wax melts for the smaller ones, 3 for the bigger ones. And I have a silicone wax maker, or I don't know what you call it, to be honest, but it keeps everything in a circle really nicely, and it's silicone, so it's heat resistant. I just got it and it works really good. And so anyway, so these are going back in here, and I'm going to pause it and put them back real quick. Okay, so the wax seals are going with it. Some Earl Grey tea. And here is one of the sequence or mixes, I guess, whatever you want to call it, but put some biddies in here that she can play with, whatever she'd like to use them for. A little bit chunkier biddies. Oops, there's an enamel, forgot an enamel dot. I will put that back. And then I found some fun foodie cabochons on Amazon that I thought would be kind of cute, because it's a coffee theme, and what are you going to have with your coffee, right? So I thought she might like to have some fun with those. So these go in here, and boy, you can get a lot of stuff in this little tiny BBzKraftZ coffee cup box. I really like it a lot. And just fiddle around with it and put the lid back on. Love it. I'm so happy with how that fits in here. Oops, and there we go. And so all of the pockets are supposed to have different items in them that, you know, the requirements for Brittany Swap. And I've made a lot of little biddies. Here's some page markers. And I got my sewing machine out and got to work and made some flat embellishments. Had some fun with the wax stamps. There's a page marker I sewed on. One of the pockets was to have the envelopes for 3x3 note cards. And so I stamped them. They are posted on my Instagram, the images, pics. Whoops. Woo! Not an earthquake, just me bumping the stand. Another one of the pockets was to have the cards. Here's the cards I made. And I used leftover pieces. And you know, what is it? The early bird catches the worm. Kind of came to mind with these, so there we go. There's this one. And they all open a little bit differently because, you know, I didn't want the bird to be upside down. I tried. And here's this one. I stamped and colored the flowers. Right. And then this one opens up this way. And they weren't to be plain on the inside or the outside. Her requirements. Whoops. And I had some fun sewing some flat embellishments or clusters, however you prefer. Added a couple of butterflies. Got the sewing machine out, like I said, and getting that stitching on there because everybody loves the stitching. Played with some embroidery style stitches with my Baby Lock Aventura. The first one, not the second one. I believe it's just 2 models have come out. I am gifting some windmills, some butterflies. I made a sticker with the Xyron for her. So I went through and added a little bit of everything. I just have to make sure I've got stuff in the pockets that Brittany wanted. But there is a lot going on here. I used as much of Rosa's digital collection as possible. And like I said, I printed it out larger, so I thought this was kind of a fun tag. Playing with the wax seals. And then here's another mix. I blew it, sewed it upside, did it upside down, but you know, right? That's okay, right? Tomato, really. Played with some stitching. Closed this off with the washi. So, had to be at least 2 teaspoons of mix. And I made that pocket, fits in there perfect. So, there's a bunch of stuff going on here. And I'm going to put this back together real quick. I'll be right back. I just have to show you this little guy. Is it appropriate to add a marshmallow? Because sometimes coffee also is a mocha coffee latte. And I just had to add a little something cutesy there. I don't know if it works or not, but I did make some tickets. And guys, it's really easy to make the tickets. Let me grab my hole puncher and I'll be right back. Okay. Any hole punch, basic hole punch works great. I got the tutorial from Septeria 19 on YouTube, and any of your leftover biddies that you think would look like a ticket to you. It can be as big or as small. It's totally up to you. Snip yourself a biddy or a piece. Straighten it all out. Okay. Get your hole punch, right? And then, oops, wrong way. Okay. See? Come in the corner. Voila. It's as easy as that, guys, if you don't have a die. And I do have a die. And sometimes I just want to make, you know, one real quick. Voila. And then if you want, you can even come in and do a little snippy. And then, voila. See? Ticket. put that in there. Okay, now I will close this all up and move on to the other pocket that I made. Okay, and then I made this pocket with a piece of the Rosa Kelly's Coffee Time Digital Collection. And then I made some little embellishments and clipped them on with some fun paper clips that I found. Here's a coffee cup. Here's my little sticker. So Jennifer makes sure she knows who made it. And then another sticker. The Happy Mail. There is an app that had this design and I added everything to it. I cannot remember the app. I'll have to check real quick and I will put it in the description box. And here's a little airplane in case, you know, you're vacationing and having your coffee at some cool lakeside cabin. Another little cut apart. And then I have all of this going on here and I will open this up and show you everything. Okay, this was a leftover piece after fussy cutting some of the goodies out of it. And then I, you know, like a one-page wonder did. So in this pocket, I have another little envelope here that I have wax stamped and put some more die cuts in here. Okay. And I want her to see all of them. I don't want to show everything, but there are 3 different style of little or teacup or coffee cup die cuts and some more goodies. Extra. Here is some of the cut aparts from the collection that she can use. And like I said, I printed it up on a larger scale, so they really are awesome for cut aparts. And that's what's so cool about digital collections, is that you can go in and resize them and print them up. But I didn't do fit to page. I know to fit to page now. So, but I was having so much fun using it as is that I just went with it. Okay, and aren't those pretty cupcakes? I adore Rosa. She is the mini album queen. And then here's the coffee sundae. And I stitched it. Had some fun stitching. And then this is the Swan Memory Dex card that I played around with in Cricut Design Space and created. Thanks to Anna and Brittany and Salty Beach Scrapper Kimmy. And gosh, even Michelle, Shabby Chic Chick, YouTube, Robin M. Pitts. There's a lot of gals out there that share how they make stuff and work with stuff in Design Space. So make sure you're finding them. But oh my gosh, I made this and I love it. And look at her. I used a big pearl because sometimes coffee, and when it's really strong, man, it wakes you up. And so I kind of thought that reminded me of that. So there's the anise and the cinnamon, and that comes from Rosa's. This is from Design Space. And my information. I used an app, like I said, to design these, and my pulley and paper, and I love that even though it's basically black and white, it works. It looks a lot more professional than my awful handwriting. And so this is all what's in the first pocket, and this is the second, what was in the second pocket. And this is the BBzKraftZ blender shaker, all in here, so she can make a beverage shaker, because sometimes it's a frosty coffee drink, not always a warm. There's cold. I made this kind of bag topper embellishment, sewed through it, cut aparts from Rosa's collection. Sometimes you want to make a drip style coffee, French style coffee, and then maybe you want to have have guests and make a charcuterie board. So these are from Brittany's BBzKraftZ files in her. She has these SVGs in her Etsy. And some more the cut aparts. Okay, and then in the center pocket, I am gifting Jennifer this awesome shaker that the Crafty Heart are in, made for our Queen and Coffee and Queen swap that was hosted by Tiffany McGill, and the swap idea came from Salty Beach Scrapper, who is Kimmy Murray. And so I was gifted 4 of these in our swap, and I thought it was appropriate with the swan and the beautiful colors that went well, and the crown, because she's a crafty queen, Jennifer, we are all crafty queens, right? Anyway, so I am gifting this to her because I just thought it was very appropriate. The colors worked. Here's some hot cocoa so she can make a mocha latte if she would like. And of course, gotta have a cute little coffee stirrer. Okay, that was all in the center. And then here are the coffee cards that I had fun in Design Space with and created. One's bigger than the other. That she can use these. Okay. Put my little sticker on one. She can cover it up if she wants to. It may even come off, who knows. And then here's the envelope I made. And I had a bunch of these thank you stickers, so. And here's the coffee cup card that I made from this file in Cricut Design Space. And I had some fun. Since I know how to play around in Design Space and make stuff and use the offset and all of that cool stuff, I made this. Yay! Aw, I am so proud of myself. Whether it's perfect or not, I like it. I think it works for me. And for a card, I love, you know, that I can now design stuff that I can't maybe find or purchase at the moment that works with swaps. Because, you know, boy, is the shipping up there in price now, guys. Honestly, it's like they did it on purpose just to punish us crafters for swapping. Makes me sad. But anyway, I am so happy that I got to participate in the swap. I'm having a blast in my Facebook groups. You guys are so much fun and enjoying all of the fabulous crafty people, ladies, gentlemen, whoever I have come across. I am enjoying meeting you, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I appreciate all of the support. And this is Denise Abati Smith, and I am sending you all hugs as usual, and be safe, everyone. Thank you so much for watching my video, and head over to BBzKraftZ YouTube and check out a bunch of her tutorials, and hope maybe you want to join her Patreon group and get in on some of the extra crafty fun that's going on there. That's where this swap evolved from, and it is her tutorial, and I will get all of these goodies back in their pockets. And I thank you so much for watching again. Hugs, be safe, and see you next time. Bye.